adherence to the party line, thereby enhancing the party's cohesive force and destructive capacity. These struggles also eliminated faltering party members who were not willing to give up their conscience and attacked any force that dared to resist. Through this mechanism of struggle, those CCP members who have the greatest desire for struggle and are best at using the methods of hoodlums have gained control. The CCP cult leaders are all fearless people, rich in the experience of struggle and full of the party spirit. This kind of party nature required by the CCP has come precisely from the CCP's cult nature. In order to realize its so-called ideal, the CCP is determined to break away from all traditional principles, to apply violence at all costs, to smash the world, and eliminate all dissidents, and uses all means to fight without reservation any force that hinders it. Therefore, it needs to train and enslave all its members to become the party's heartless, unjust, and faithless tools. So it must eliminate people's conscience and benevolent thoughts to make people believe in its evil doctrine. Today's CCP has become the largest government of embezzlement and corruption in the world. According to official statistics in China, among the 20 million officials, officers, or cadres in the party or government over the past 20 years, 8 million have been found guilty of corruption and disciplined or punished based on the party or government regulations. If unidentified corrupt officials are also taken into account, the corrupt party and government officials are estimated to be at over 2/3 of the total. Securing material benefits by means of corruption and extortion has become the strongest coherent force for the unity of the CCP today. The corrupt officials know that without the CCP, they would have no opportunity to connive for personal gain. And if the CCP falls, they would not only lose their power and position, but also face investigation. People see it clearly. If we fight corruption, the party will fall. If we do not fight corruption, the nation will perish. The CCP, however, will not risk its own doom to fight corruption. What it will do is to kill a few corrupt individuals as a token sacrifice for the sake of its own image. This prolongs the party's life for a few more years at the expense of a small number of corrupt elements. Today, the only goals of the CCP evil cult are to keep its own power and steer clear of its demise. The CCP is afraid of the Chinese people having freedom of belief and the capacity for independent thought, because such people would recognize the nature of the CCP as an evil cult. Therefore, it acts swiftly to imprison people who have faith, like Falun Gong practitioners and the underground Christians, the independent liberals and civil rights activists. It does, however, give the rest of the people a deviated kind of freedom. As long as you do not care about politics, as long as you do not oppose the CCP leadership, you may let your desires go in any way you want, even if it means you do wicked, unethical things. As a result, the CCP is deteriorating dramatically, and social morality in China is experiencing an alarmingly sharp decline. In today's China, ethics and morality have degenerated beyond recognition. Shoddy products, prostitutes, drugs, conspiracies between officials and gangs, organized crime syndicates, gambling, bribery, corruption of every kind is prevalent. The CCP has largely ignored such moral decay, while many high-ranking officials are the bosses in the back room who extort protection fees from people who are afraid. A saying that best describes how the evil cult of the CCP has devastated Chinese society today is the following: "Blocking the road to heaven and opening the gate to hell. This seemingly simple question has no simple answers. Under the pretense of being for the people, and in the guise of a political party, the Communist Party has indeed deceived millions of people. And yet, it is not a political party in the ordinary sense, but a harmful and evil cult possessed by an evil specter. The Communist Party is a living being that manifests in this world through the party organizations. What truly controls the Communist Party is the evil specter that possessed it when it first came into being. And it is that evil specter that determines the evil nature of the Communist Party. The leaders of the Communist Party, while acting as the gurus of the cult, serve only as the mouthpiece of the evil specter and the party. When their will and purpose are in line with the party, and they serve to strengthen the party, they will be chosen as leaders. But when they can no longer meet the needs of the party, they will be ruthlessly overthrown. A dozen or so ranking party leaders have fallen from grace, which proves the truth of this statement. In fact, the top leaders of the party are walking on a very narrow tightrope. They can either break away from the party line and leave a good name in history, as Mikhail Gorbachev did, or be victimized by the party, like many general secretaries of the party. The people are the targets of the party's enslavement and oppression. Under the party's rule, the people have no rights to reject the party. Instead, they are forced to accept the party leadership and fulfill the obligation to sustain the party. They are also subjected to regular cult-style brainwashing under the threat of coercion from the party. The party members are a physical mass that has been used to fill up the body of the party. Many of them are honest and kind, and may even be quite accomplished in their public life. These are the people the CCP likes to recruit, since their reputation and competence may be used to serve the party. Many others, out of their desire to become an official in order to gain private profits, work hard to join the party. There are also those who chose to join the party because they wanted to accomplish something in their lives and realized that under communist rule, they could not do well for themselves in society unless they joined the party. Regardless of the motive for joining, however, once you swear your allegiance in front of the party's flag, willingly or otherwise, that means you have devoted yourself to the party. You will then go through the brainwashing process by participating in weekly political studies. After the bondage of the party nature is imposed on you, once you show your human side, you will be purged or persecuted. You cannot withdraw from the party on your own, even if you want to, for the party, with its entrance yes and exit no policy, would regard you as a traitor. That is why people often reveal a dual nature. In their political life, they show the nature of the Communist Party, and in their home life, they show their human nature. The party cadres hold the power among the party members. Though they may have some choices between good and bad, and the ability to make their own decisions on a few occasions, when required, and for all major events, they, as a whole, have to follow the will of the party. The party mandate dictates the whole party obeys the Central Committee. The party cadres are its leaders at different levels. They are the party's backbone. But they too are merely tools of the party. They too have been deceived, used, and victimized during the past political movements. The CCP's underlying criterion is to test whether you are following the right guru and are sincere in your devotion.